Hi, my name is Amanda. I also go by KetoGinja. We are going on another adventure today. Real quick, if you're new here, I am a mom of 2 and a wife. I've lost over 100 pounds on keto. I am maintaining it by eating really awesome, delicious comfort food. Ta-da! So let's get in the car and I'll fill you in. It is so hot out in Florida right now. My car is saying it's 100 degrees. Okay, so I can't believe I have all this like big news for you guys. I look like Trunchbull from Matilda when I have a bun in my hair, so bear with me. You guys know the Trunchbull bun. So this vlog is kind of on the same tip as yesterday because it is somewhat work related, but it's also life, family, best friend related. My best friend Jen just made a huge, amazing life decision. Her and the guy that she's marrying in January just bought a dream property. It's 5 acres in Florida, beautiful home. There is enough room for us to do a bazillion on-site photo projects for the studio, and there's even enough space for us to turn it into a wedding venue. So when I say that all of our dreams are coming true during this time, I mean it. So it's so funny, right? Like, I always try and encourage you guys to find the positive and find the optimistic parts of your life. We are all struggling with what is going on in the world right now, but there's light there too. Like, we have this time now to work on this project that's going to, in the long run, be so good for us. So it's my best friend's brand new house. I haven't seen it yet. I have not been on the property yet, so I am taking you guys with me. We're gonna run around in a golf cart. We'll probably meet my nephews. It's gonna be emotional. Jen was my first friend when I moved to this area after I had been through some really traumatic life experiences, and that was about 8 years ago. And in that 8 years, without getting too personal, her life and the men and relationships in her life, she was never truly valued for how special and incredible that she is. And Charlie, her fiance, it's such a good fit. And she's finally cherished, and they have this massive Brady Bunch family. He had 3 kids, she has 3 kids. They're merged together. They bought a farm. It makes me really emotional because I adore her, obviously, and I'm so happy for her. Dirt road, folks. I'm not equipped to deal with how incredibly beautiful this is right now. OMG. You guys are seeing it first with me. Yes, I have not yet seen my best friend's property, but I'm about to die right now because I don't have to tell you guys the photo possibilities. Like, I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown right now. Oh my God. Actual life. I have a dog and a pig greeting me. Hi, Izzy. Pua! Come here, Pua. Pig. I'm beside myself. I was not equipped. I knew it was gonna be awesome, but I was not prepared for how much of this we manifested.
And you haven't seen it yet?
I was
like, where's Amanda?
Well, there's large birds that live here. There's like turkeys on property and chickens. Jen's painting cabinets. Using this, what is it called? Rezunk junk.
And it's awesome.
She's used it on so many things, and you can paint over surfaces that I guess you can't normally paint over, so we love that for her. She's doing all the cabinets like a boss.
I'm conquering the bathroom. It's gonna be a good time.
She's a lunatic. She's been here like 10 minutes and everything's done. The space is just so pretty. Adrian! That's my nephew, Adrian. Say hey, world.
Give Aunt Amanda and the followers a tour?
Yeah. Do it up. Show me around. Show me the lay of the land.
So this is the master bedroom where 3 people sleep in.
Oh, so the master bedroom's the kid room. Izzy.
You're my least favorite pet. You're the worst of all.
Oh no. So
This bedroom is in this room.
basically the entire property is going to be able to be utilized as like studio props. So Jen is doing her bedroom so that it's got, you know, boudoir photo.
In the mirror.
possibilities. What?
So I have shears being delivered next week.
Cool.
You know, like that wrap around.
Isn't she such a babe? I can't even.
And
3
then-
kids.
We got this new
3
vacuum
kids.
We're basically making a sheer line, so you're gonna see
Okay.
the shears here. I'm taking this out and putting it in the dining room. So that way, when we're shooting people, it's just a wall of like white
Shears. And the way the light's coming in those windows right now, I just know that the lighting is
And
insane.
then this is gonna be like a mirror wall, so like our girls can see themselves
posing.
from like different angles. So I have a mirror there, I have a mirror there, and then a shit ton of mirrors here. That way they can kind of see what they're looking like and all that good.
It's gonna be incredible. Do I want to what?
Do you want to go on the golf cart?
Yes, I do. You coming? Let's go.
Yes.
Golf cart property
And also
tour.
there's two.
They are not like cute babies anymore. I don't
They
like
are
this at
still
all.
cute little babies, except they escaped, so I had to put this damn thing on.
Yeah,
What do you mean? They can get out of there?
Well, not out of
These
this
yellow
one.
ones
I
used
just
to be
did this
the
today.
smallest little things.
Oh my god.
Yellow ones used.
Cool about quarantine. I keep saying that everyone has like new crafts, new hobbies, new things that they taught themselves to do. Jen used to have a black thumb, like could not keep a plant alive to save her life. So seeing all of this makes me so happy.
What's fun is we have so many plants we can go rip out that you can take, like elephant ears.
We can go back and
stuff like
forth.
that you can
So
take
like
to your
you can have some of
house.
mine and I can have some of yours. That's my favorite thing about
Vlogging
plants.
is what.
No, I know we're in for it. This is my favorite photo spot so far. I mean, it looks like we're in a tropical jungle. Jen's a terrible driver, but I'm glad the kids are in. So we're gonna give it a go and hope everyone survives it. Here goes nothing.
Come read it out.
Oh, got it.
Put.
Hop on. I love it.
Oh,
over
me
there.
too. Those thick, whatever those
I
elephant
guess
ear
airplane
things.
just fell out.
Is that hard to maintain, the pond?
I don't know. We're about to find out, I guess.
Oh, I love this building.
Stalls and then like an open like storage.
Okay.
And if you have to hose anybody down, we got you.
It's a horse wash pad. So does it get really wet and flooded?
We
Oh
get
my god.
some air, not back here.
When it was being delivered, your fiance was probably like, what in the actual F? Because
Yeah.
this is what he sees. But when you're a photographer, what we see is more like this, and it's majestic.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So it's gonna be coastal
country.
coastal farmhouse. I am living for this. We have our own park, basically.
I have a question.
Like, oh, Topaz, you look amazing. Adrian, you made that cape?
Yes. I am good at sewing, so I sewed that to you.
That's amazing.
At first, who was Kate?
I don't think so.
At first, comfortable wearing it.
He made her this, you guys.
Who is moving?
She
Look at
looks
the back as
You gotta
well.
look at the tail hole because it's really what makes it.
That's weird to say. Show me.
That's what
your
I said,
auntie
it's
in
funny.
the back.
She's scared of me. Oh, there you go.
See?
Show me your bottle.
Oh, but that's the vanity that I'm saying.
Like, wow, right? I can't, at the risk of sounding super hippy dippy and really woo and spiritual and all of the things, I really do believe in the power of being able to manifest things that happen to you. When I tell you it's iconic. This is the exact thing that we've always dreamed about with the studio, of having her living residence be an area that we could do multiple photo shoots and possibly have a venue, and all of these things coming together in such a weird time of the world. I'm overwhelmed, you guys. I'm overloaded. I really am, but with joy, because it's amazing. I have like 2 hours before I have to leave, and there goes my bun. Long hair problems. So I'm gonna get a quick jump on dinner and hopefully get that accomplished before I go to pick up the boys. And that way, all we have to do when Dan gets home is warm it up. I know you guys haven't seen Dan in forever, but he's working a million hours. He misses you guys just as much as you miss him. Tonight I am making Stroganoff meatballs. This recipe is incredible. It's delicious. So many different ways to tweak it. You can find it in my ebook, Fat Kid Keto, but I'm also gonna leave it down below for you, and I will link the video to the whole preparation up above. Right now, quick and easy, quick and easy. I'm gonna show you guys as I go, but don't worry about frantically trying to write it down because I'll leave the recipe down below, or you can go to the Fat Kid Keto ebook and grab it yourself. So it's gonna start with 2 pounds of ground beef. To that, I'm going to add a half a cup of almond flour, 4 tablespoons of dried Parmesan cheese, tablespoons of salt. You definitely want to give it a good amount of salt at this stage or your meatballs won't have enough flavor. Teaspoon of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of black pepper, teaspoons of parsley, and then we're gonna add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. So we've got a teaspoon, couple teaspoons, and a dash for luck. Oh, that's what I get. Now 2 large eggs go in, and we will get to mixing. This is my least favorite part of any recipe. Once you've got your meatball mixture all formed, go ahead and roll it up into around 1-inch meatballs. I don't use a scoop or anything for this usually, but the more uniform they are, the better. It's I don't know, a little meatball. I'm gonna be here a while. It's 2 pounds. Ta-da! Now, the nice thing about this stage, we have a nice platter here. You could cover this with saran wrap and throw it in the refrigerator and cook them later on in the day, and it saves so much time. But that's not what we're doing. Okay, right here I have a pan that is over medium-high heat, and I threw in about 2 tablespoons of butter and just a splash of olive oil. We're gonna have to fry that batch of meatballs in probably about 2 batches, but save your drippings because we need it for the sauce. All right, once that oil's nice and hot, go ahead and drop your meatballs in. You wanna leave a little space between each meatball because if you crowd them, they will not cook evenly. Do it in small batches or have multiple pans going at the same time. I don't know how impatient you are. Been longer than 5 minutes because I got distracted. Right around 6-ish minutes. So these are gonna be nice crust to them, which I'm not mad at all. Okay, the first batch is ready to come out. I'm going to place each one on a paper towel lined plate and put them off to the side while I cook the second batch. Now, pro tip, you're going to want to turn the heat down just a little bit. The second round is always hotter. Now we grab him out. And use tongs for this drop because this oil is so hot, it's gonna splash back a little bit. And now we get, uh-oh, see? Death-defying to cook, I swear. I've got the second batch simmering away. Gonna take about 4 to 5 minutes per side. Second batch is ready to go on the paper towel draining plate, and we are gonna turn the heat down to low. All right, so I have transferred the meatballs over to the plate. I am actually going to remove about half of this grease, and then we're gonna make the sauce. Do this very carefully, pour it into a mason jar or somewhere safe. You definitely want the meatball bits in there, but you also don't want the sauce to be too oily, otherwise it just gets kind of heavy and greasy, and that's not what we're after. We want creamy. So in goes a couple of cups, give or take, of diced onion. You can omit the onion if you want, but it's really amazing with the onion. If you're trying to go as low carb as possible, you might want to cut the onion amount in half. To the cooked onion mixture, we're going to add a little bit being a technical term. We're gonna add a little bit of butter, it's about a tablespoon. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of minced garlic. But this is also one of those dishes that you can take some liberty with if you like certain flavors. We're also gonna add a couple tablespoons of cream cheese and some sour cream. It's about 1.5 cups, which is the rest of mine, so. You're gonna wanna go ahead and stir this together really well. We're working with like a medium-low heat right now. You want to continue to move this around or it will start to separate because of the fats that are in there. So once this is looking creamy and incorporated, while continuing to whisk, I know it sounds challenging, but you can do this. I believe in you. This is coming to a really mild simmer, so I am going to slowly drizzle in the beef broth a little bit at a time. Now, here's the deal with the beef broth. The recipe says 3 cups, but depending on everything, the brand of cream cheese you use, the brand of butter, the juiciness of the onions, sometimes you have to use a little bit less broth than that. So I always play it safe and add a little bit at a time. A couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce. And just continue to whisk until it gets thick and creamy. If you overdid it on the broth, you can always thicken it up by adding a little bit of heavy cream or a little bit of extra sour cream. Then once it's nice and starting to thicken up and is that pretty color, we are going to add our meatballs back in and cook them until they're thoroughly cooked. Should take about 10 minutes. 10 minutes on low and we will be eating good later on tonight. I'm gonna let it cool on the stove and that's it. I mean, I'll probably throw a lid on this because we're gonna be eating it in about an hour. Doesn't that look so good? If you have non-keto folks in the house, they're still gonna love this. You could serve it over vegetable pasta or something like that. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have time to taste them for you guys because basically the second that this is done, I'm going to have to run out the door and go and grab the boys. But this is a classic. I've made it so many times on the channel and definitely one of those recipes that when I meet people in person, it's always a household favorite. I can't wait to see what you think of it. So I hope that you enjoyed getting to see my reaction to our new business venture. And I really hope that you make Stroganoff meatballs because they're awesome. Dan calls them Strogo meatballs. I love you guys. I'll see you really soon.